If you played SOL'S RNG before Era 7, then you'll know that there used to be a fan favorite aura called the Chromatic Exotic. The dev that made this aura went on to create Hade's RNG and wanted to take the Chromatic Exotic with him, so it got changed into the current version of it, the Chromatic Genesis. But what if I told you that we're going to get the Chromatic Exotic back into SOL'S RNG? But before I show you that, take a look at how many of my subscribers are cooking with the Bacha subscriber luck bonus. Also, I'm giving away another 10,000 Robux once we hit 200,000 subscribers. So for max luck in SOL'S RNG and 10,000 Robux, just make sure you subscribe. And we're in. So as I said in the intro, today we are indeed going to be checking out the brand new Chromatic Exotic, which looks like it's going to be coming back to SOL'S RNG. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. And there it is, the brand new Chromatic Exotic. Look at this thing. So the very first thing that you'll notice is it's absolutely massive. Comparing it to the previous Chromatic Exotic, it's way bigger. Now, if we're also comparing it to the last one, it doesn't have the balls which float around the character. It just has one giant ball above you. And underneath you can see the massive aura which is spreading out all across the ground. Another cool thing about this aura is I really like the text on it. If we zoom in on that, the text looks super cool. I actually hope that they keep this when it does potentially come to the game. There's not too much to cover on this aura. It just genuinely looks absolutely stunning. So now we're going to go ahead and speak to the person working on this aura currently and asking them a bunch of questions to find out when this aura might be released into the game. Okay, so in my server right now, I have two special guests here. So on the right is Super Wi-Fi and on the left is Skrillex. I'll let them introduce themselves. Would you mind quickly introducing yourselves and what you do? So I'm Super Wi-Fi and I made Oppression. That's right, Super Wi-Fi is the creator of the brand new glitch biome aura Oppression. It's honestly so sick that we have the Oppression creator here and I make auras. There we go. So Super Wi-Fi creates all of the amazing auras that you guys have seen in the whitelist. Now I've covered a bunch of auras in the past, and if you go back through the videos, loads of them were made by Super Wi-Fi. He's super talented. That's awesome. We've covered so many of your auras in the past, dude. Hello, I'm Krillix. I legit do nothing but support this goober. So I believe Krillix is the one that actually looks over Super Wi-Fi's auras and tries to give them their own input into what should be changed and what should be kept in order for the aura to go through and actually be approved into the game. So Super said only one of them got in, but it's still awesome sauce. Well, the aura that did get added is one of the best in the game, so congrats on that, man. All right, so I've just got a few questions for you guys whilst I've got you here. All right, let's get down to the real deal. So we've just taken a look at the new Chromatic Exotic. Now let's ask the real questions about it. So are you currently working on the new Chromatic Exotic? So Krillix said yes on and off, and Super Wi-Fi just put yep. All right, so that's cool. Since I think Chromatic Exotic was mostly mediocre, to be honest, mainly carried by music only. Oh, we've got a bit of shade there. To be honest, the new one does look super cool though. So I think Super Wi-Fi can say whatever he wants. So how long has it been in production so far? I'm actually really curious to know how long it's been going on for and when it will be released. I've been doing a lot of multitasking, but if I were to add the total up, it would be like probably 1.5 days. Well, like 1.5 days of total work? You mean 1.5 days of total work? Like you've been working on it for 36 hours? What? Surely not, right? Does it actually take that long to make one aura? Oh, no. Oh, okay. Definitely not 36. Oh, like 9 hours. Oh, like 9 hours? Okay, that's not too bad. So I was more asking though, when did you start working on it? So obviously the previous Chromatic Exotic was released from the game when Hades RNG became popular because Hades was the one that made the Chromatic Exotic in the first place. I started around, let me see, the beginning of May? Oh, okay, so like 20 something days ago. Wow, okay, that's quite a while ago then. After I was finishing up another aura. By the way, I had a lot of final exams and studying in the middle. Honestly, guys, you better appreciate our aura creators because they have to balance that between schoolwork and other work and seeing friends. It's a lot for them, especially to say how many hours goes into creating just one aura. Now, you probably will have no clue about this since you don't make the final decisions, but if the Chromatic Exotic was to be approved, you know when we could be seeing it release in the game. That's right, guys. I'm about to get the full scoop on when we're going to see the Chromatic Exotic be released into the game. Well, the devs usually just add auras only in era updates. So if it were to be added, I'd probably predict era 9 unless I were to speed up the production process of Chromatic Exotic by a lot. Ah, okay. And then Krillix said it would have to be curated and whitelisted first though, which is a whole different situation. Oh yeah, of course, there is the curation and the whitelist section. It's kind of crazy to me how serious the aura creation process is. Like it's got to be created, it's got to be looked at by so many people, it's got to be rated, it's got to be whitelisted, and then even then we might not see it in the game, as I mentioned in a previous video. To be fair, Gargantua was curated like 2 days before the era, I think. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, it was whitelisted and added in a span of 2 days. What? That's crazy. I honestly didn't see anything about the Gargantua until it was released, to be fair. Ah, okay. So it can be super quick. So in theory, if I made it really good, it could be added. However, Hade's beef with Souls won't go so clean. Yeah, that makes sense. So how long does it generally take you to make one aura if you were to only work on that one aura? Depends on the size, detail, and impact. Just as a rough estimate for a fairly large aura. Pretty much depends on the rarity too. How large we talking? Like impeached? Sure, like impeached. I mean, we all love the impeached. If I were to put my whole effort into it, 1 day of making it in general, next day polishing, third day maybe finding an animator, and then recording. What? That is such a lengthy process. That's so much more lengthy than I actually thought it was. So you've got to make it first, polish it up, of course, and then you've also got to find an animator. Though that is if it goes perfectly as planned. Right, got you. Of course, there's going to be mistakes as well, yeah. So where did you learn to create the auras, and what would you recommend for anyone interested in starting out? Now, I'm basically just asking this question because I actually get a lot of DMs from people who draw their own auras, but they don't really know how to make them or how to go about getting them in the game. So let's see what Super Wi-Fi says about this. Honestly, I kind of started out of nowhere. I played this game for a little, and I just decided to toy around with particle emitters. By the way, I have experience beforehand with Studio a little since I am a modeler. Right, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense why you'd pick it up a lot quicker. However, I never touched on VFX at all. Wow, okay, so just generally, Super Wi-Fi is super talented. It depends on the person, really. So for beginners, I suggest getting a hold of Studio controls in general, then try studying VFX a little. All right, well, there you go, guys. There's a little tip on how you can start out for yourself. And Krillix just said watching tutorials also helps, and even taking advice from other creators and community members. That does make a lot of sense. There is a SOL'S RNG Discord if you guys want to join it, and there you can interact with other people just like Super Wi-Fi and Krillix that have a lot of experience in this stuff now. You can study by looking at some of the visuals here or looking at whitelisted auras, and also looking at Chicken's VFX tips in aura forums in the Discord. Yeah, so like I just said, if you guys aren't in the Discord yet, go ahead and join the SOL'S RNG Discord. There's a bunch of talented people in there that might be able to help you out, or that you can just simply learn from by watching stuff. Awesome, appreciate you guys letting us know. Also, Bacha, could I ask a question? Would you ever try your hand at VFX by yourself? Alright, I'll be honest, guys. I actually looked at a few tutorials, and I did load up the software for it very briefly, but my little pea brain couldn't handle it. I was so confused on what to do. Leave a comment down below if you'd like to see a video of me trying to create an aura. Maybe I'll get some help from Super Wi-Fi here on how to do it properly. Funny you ask that. Maybe as a future video, I could get some help from you on what to actually do. I honestly got so confused looking at it. Okay, so one last question for you both. Are there any auras you're currently working on that we could also get a sneak peek of? They're probably going to say no to this, guys, but imagine if we actually got to see some potential future auras super early. That would be insane. There's the Archangel rework? What? Wait, there's an Archangel rework? Have you seen my Arc rework? Wait, what? No, I haven't. Can I see? No. What on earth are they going to do to the Archangel? I actually need to see this now. I was working on Arc rework a while ago. However, no animation yet. Ah, okay. Currently still in development from the scripter animator. Right, got you. So it's just not done? We probably can't see, I assume. Any chance I could see what you have so far? Yeah, I sent the vid. What? All right, wait, we need to go take a look at this. Wait a second. Why is the new Archangel so big? What? All right, let's break this down. So first of all, the sword is different. I can see that it has a lot more curvature to it, and it kind of looks a bit more heavenly. Also, the wings at the back are way bigger and they're fleshed out more. Just keep in mind they haven't been animated yet, so I assume the wings will also be moving in the future. And look at that thing above your head. That looks insane. The fact that it's this massive ball and it has this almost lightning going around it, that looks nuts. Okay, I actually love this aura so much. That looks so cool. Dude, wait, that's actually so much bigger. I honestly love it. That looks insane, Super Wi-Fi. All right, well, we'll leave the interview there for today. Let me know in the comments, though, would you guys like to see something similar to this in the future? And whether you'd like to see the video where Super helps me work on an aura for myself.